welcome back to my channel. It's Friday, and that means I'm going to do WIP&Chat. I just wanted to get my gems ready. That way I'm ready to start diamond painting. So everybody grab your diamond paintings, your cross stitch, whatever you feel like doing, any kind of hobby, and let's just chat for a while. I'm just gonna chat about random stuff today. I have no tags, but I'll tell you about what's going on in life. So this weekend, well, first of all, before I start talking, if you hear a lawnmower, I'm sorry. I try to wait till he got to the backyard, but it seems like every time I want to film, somebody in my neighborhood feels the need to cut the grass. And in my house is like living in a cardboard box, and you can hear every little sound outside, and it's quite annoying. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the audio. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I'm sorry if it does. There's only so much I can control, and my neighbors are not one of them, because it is a free country we live in. So anyways, so this weekend, if I was on regular scheduled work, I'd have to work this weekend. But because the plant is kind of like on a mini shutdown, because they were installing the robots, I'm pretty sure I told you this, that they're installing all brand new lines at my work. Well, when I signed up for work on the one line that are still running but not running normally, meaning I have to actually work harder. So that line is running, but I didn't want to work my week because it was a full regular week, and I just didn't want to play that game. So I signed up for the schedule that is not really my normal schedule, which means this weekend is off. And so I wanted to have 3 weekends off in a row. Why not? Because very rarely do I get that. So I just wanted to do it because now I've used up all my holidays. I'm not going to have any for July and August. So I thought I will work some just to get me by with good enough paychecks, and then have some time off to reflect and relax. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did. So, well, this weekend I would have to have worked, but it is our town fair, which I don't know if anybody's lived in a small town, but usually small towns, they take a lot of pride, and it's a big deal when you have the town fair. And basically the town fair for me means that I get to go to the beer tent and hang out with people I haven't seen in a very long time, and it's kind of nice because you catch up with people you went to high school with and stuff like that. So I'm doing that this weekend. Last week was a pretty relaxing week. I got the one diamond painting done, that custom for that wedding. I did end up giving it to her. Pretty sure I said that in my last WIP&Chat. And then this week I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and today is Friday, and I have it off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it's Friday. I only like every other Friday of the month, just so everybody's clear on that. Because every other Friday of the month I have to work. So that is that with that. I'm going to the fair. I went this morning to Shoppers Drug Mart to pick up my daughter her ticket for the rides. Because if you buy them in advance, it's $6 cheaper for like all-day ride. Because if you buy the tickets at the fair, everybody knows the tickets at the fair are ridiculous. Like, cost you an arm and a leg more to buy the tickets than it is to get the day pass. So I got her the day pass for one day. So she has to decide when her and her little friends are going to go down to the fair. Because I told her I am only buying one pass. You are getting one pass to go on all the rides, which was $30. And you better make it a wise day that you can get the most use out of it. Which to me would be Saturday. But they were calling for rain here on Saturday. Oh, thank God he shut off that lawnmower. And, but they're calling for rain on Saturday. So I don't know what she's gonna do. So we'll have to see what she ends up doing. I don't know. Teenagers, they change their mind every 5 minutes. So I don't know. And then this morning, I took her to school and I told her, don't forget your lunch. I come home and there's her lunch sitting on the counter. And I bet you she's going to call me. She hasn't yet, but sometimes she doesn't even eat her lunch. I don't know if it's a teenage thing or what. Sometimes she comes home and eats her lunch. Like, how do you go all day without eating? Excuse me, I would die. I need to eat my food. Especially when I'm at work. Speaking of which, I never took my pills today. I'm gonna have to do that after I get off of here. Don't worry, I'll survive. But my eyes are kind of, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm super tired. I haven't been sleeping well. Oh God, here he goes again with the lawnmower. How much possible lawn can you cut? Oh, it stopped again. Just, it annoys me. The lawnmowers annoy me. Especially when I'm trying to film. They a little bit annoy me. But that's okay, because I know everybody has to cut grass. I gotta cut my grass. Well, I don't cut my grass. My sister's boyfriend cuts my grass, thank God. Because me and outdoor work do not mix. I don't even like to garden. If you know me, you know that I can't keep any plants alive. As no matter how much I try to keep a plant alive, it will die on me. I don't know what I do wrong, but I can't seem to keep any plants alive, even the ones outside. Well, I got professionally done the front garden and it has plants that grow in it every year that come up. So it's like low maintenance, which that's what I wanted. But it's not very colorful, so I usually buy I have stands for potted plants. I have one down at the bottom of the stairs and then I have two up on the top deck of the front door. And this year I haven't even bothered to buy them because last year I bought them and they look so pretty, and then what do? We end up killing them because when I work 12-hour shifts and I don't get time to water them when I'm supposed to, and my daughter was watering them and they were going really good and then she forgot and then they died. So yeah, so I think we're a hopeless cause when it comes to plants around here. So this year I haven't even bothered to buy them. I don't know if I will, because they just seem to kill everything. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand why they won't live for me. I don't know. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. I was watching somebody's WIP&Chat, but okay, now that stupid fridge has to go off. I can't win. I can't win to save my life. So I've been using these containers. I like them, the Harbor Freight, but I have to go because I put them on their side, right? So I have to tap them a little bit before I open them up, or all the gems will fall out that are in the little crevices. But I do like them. And they hold a lot. But yeah. Oh, and the pink raspberry is going to be down at the fair. She's going to have a booth set up. So that will be interesting. And she's going to have like this Nevada thing set up where you can win prizes. Like every ticket you win a prize. That sounds interesting too. Not diamond painting related. That booth is not diamond painting related. But I hope she makes some good money down at the fair this weekend. I'm hoping for her. Which one should I do next? I think I'm going to do the J's. Where is the J? Right here. Oh, and then I kind of put the stickers like this because I have them in the thing like this way. So I put the sticker where you can see just the symbol and then the numbers on the side for my reference, only for when I put them away. So that's the way I've been labeling the Harbor Freights. I think I have a video on that, but not too many views on it. Guess nobody wants to see me kit up. Oh well. It is what it is. Now he's making a racket out there. So I got the fair. I got a party to go to. I have a party to go to tonight. And it's called a cougar party. What's a cougar party, you ask? Well, it wasn't called a cougar party back in when we first originally started this party. We called it Pig Fest. Now Pig Fest was a night where all my girlfriends... Okay, I really have to start putting this phone on airplane mode or something because I just got interrupted by a phone call. And to honest truth, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I'm probably going to suck at editing that part out. So my apologies right now for my editing job because it's probably going to be stupid. And I don't even remember what I was talking about before I got interrupted. I was talking about the fair. Oh no, I was talking about Pig Fest. Yep, that's right. So me and my friends used to do Pig Fest, which was, we just made a whole bunch of desserts and we had an evening together, laughing, joking, drinking, and eating sweets. But then it gradually continued to be then more than sweets. We'd like do like a little buffet, like a potluck kind of thing. And that's what it kind of turned to. But then everybody sort of went their own ways and we stopped doing them for a long time. And then one of my friends moved away to BC. So then I think that's when we basically stopped doing them, is when she left for BC. And then her sister, I don't even know how many years it is now. I'm gonna say 3 or 4 years ago, my friend Linda passed away. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how long ago that was. Oh, I remember the one time, I think it was the last party we had, my friend lived in an apartment in Sarnia and it had like a jacuzzi tub downstairs. And we all decided that we were gonna go in the hot tub. Now, Linda was a very big woman, and we all get into the hot tub. And it's me, her, and I don't know who else is in there, and Linda. And as soon as Linda went in, like all the water comes seeping out of the hot tub onto the ground, and it's like in the basement of this apartment building, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I jumped up from the onto the side of the hot tub. I'm like, oh my God, we're letting all the water out of the hot tub, and we're just laughing. Oh, I used to have so many good fun times with her. Every time I hear New Orleans is sinking, I think of her, because she loved that song. Yeah, such good memories I used to have with my girlfriends in our partying days. We had a blast. I thank them for being my friends back then, because I was in a horrible marriage, and they opened my eyes to see that I didn't have to live like that. And because of those guys, those friends, I thank them, because I'm happy I'm not stuck in that situation anymore. Being in a abusive relationship is not fun. Being told every day that you're useless and worthless is not fun to live. There was a lot of physical abuse, but there was a lot of emotional abuse. And to this day, he still tries. And I don't even know what I did to that man for him to treat me that way. Because I want to think that I was a good wife. I provided for us. He could never hold down a job. I was the one that was constantly working, putting food on the table. I'm just glad I'm not in that situation anymore. And if it wasn't for these girls, I probably would have stayed in that relationship a lot longer than I did. Because they opened my eyes to show me that, Liz, you don't have to live. You don't have to live in fear. So for that every day, I thank them. They don't know how much of an impact they were on me, but they were, to get me out of that relationship. So my one friend is doing the party. She had a rough year. Her husband passed away. Passed away on his own doing. And I'll just leave it at that, because I don't want to get into details. But I'm sure it's been hard on her. And she's the one that wants to have the party tonight. So, of course, I'm going to go and support my friend, because I haven't seen them. Like, we've all lost touch over the years. Pretty much since after I had my last child, I stopped going out. I stopped hanging out with a lot of them. I just went into mommy mode, full blown. Like, so much different having a child in my 30s than it was having my other two kids in my 20s. Like, I was 19 when I got pregnant with Sarah, and 22, 23 when I got pregnant with Tyler. And what number am I doing? And just got divorced, so I was in let's party mode. Like when my kids went to my ex-husband's for the weekend, which was very hard to do because he never wanted to take them, but that's another story. But there's one thing, like, he was mean to me, but he was never mean to our children, just so everybody's clear. He was never mean. As far as I know, I've constantly drilled the kids when they came home, and they constantly tell me no. My son Tyler does not like his dad too much now, but he tolerates him. He's actually going up to see him in a few weeks, or in July or something. He said his dad's going down there to see him because my son lives in BC, which I live in Ontario. So if you look at the map, we are very, very far. He's on the other side of the country. So it'd be like me living in Michigan and my son lives in California. So we're gonna go to the party. See, I get off topic really fast. I was talking about my partying days. I had so much partying days in my 20s. Too many. Like, I'm not saying I was always single, because I wasn't. I've had, since my ex-husband, I was in, let me see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 relationships. Steady relationships, like longer than a year. But it seems like every guy I meet likes to cheat. And yeah. And then my daughter Alyssa is not from my husband. She's from a relationship that did not work out. That I wish it did, but it never did. And you can't cry over spilt milk, right? Needless to say, he does not see his daughter. My daughter has no relationship with her father whatsoever. When he found out I was pregnant, he wanted nothing to do with it. So, yeah. It was not one of my steady boyfriends. It was just a fling I was having at the time. Fling with somebody. Like, I was single, but it wasn't like we were like boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what I'm trying to mean. Like, we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. So it wasn't like we lived together and I ended up pregnant and having a child. So it was like I got pregnant and he skedaddled. Pretty much the base of it. I don't want to go into too much details about that relationship because it's just messed up. It's just messed up. Yeah. So I'm not saying he signed, like, I took him to court. DNA was proven that he was her dad. I told him to sign off all his rights because at the time it was feasible to do that. Now that he's in a different stage of his life, I thought maybe, you know, he might want to have something to do with her. I contacted him. He has given me a little bit of money here and there if I ask for it, but he's not willing to meet her. And to me, that crushes my heart because I know deep down inside Alyssa would really like to know her dad. But I can't force somebody to do something they don't want to do. Like, I think it would have been worse if the courts forced him. That's why I gave up. I gave up the fight and I said no. And I didn't get a dime of child support. And that's the part that kills me the most, is because he makes good money now. And I could have been well off right now getting child support. And here I am not getting not a dime. And my ex-husband too. Never got a dime off of him either. Like, I think I got like, I don't know how I ended up being so unlucky. And all these other women get all this money when they split up. And I get nothing. I swear I had bad lawyers. I don't know. Because I don't get 1 red cent for any of my kids. Everything I did for them, I did it. Which in the same fact too, I'm proud of myself for doing that. I'm proud that I raised them on my own. But it was hard. It's hard. It's still hard to this day, and it's only me and Melissa left. It's so hard. Like, back in the day, like, I made less money, but yet I felt like I had more money. Like, I don't understand. Now I make more money, and I feel like I can barely make ends meet anymore. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard being a single mom. It's very hard. I give kudos to every single mom out there because I know how hard it is to have to raise your kids by yourself. And I did it all by myself, working my ass off to give them a good life. And I think I did pretty good. My daughter is well off, situated in her life. My son, he's on a learning curve right now. But I think he'll get himself out of it, and he'll learn from his mistakes. I just wish he was back here in Ontario and he wasn't in BC. But the job he has in BC cannot be offered for him here around where we live. So in actual fact, without his grade 12, he's better off what he's doing now than coming here and have to go back to Walmart or something like that that doesn't pay good money here at all. So I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna stick it out there longer or what he's doing. But I told him he's welcome back, but by himself. I'm not taking in any more girlfriends or boyfriends or anything. Like, I'm done. I told my daughter, like, you better be settled because I'm not taking any of you guys back in unless, I'm not saying I'll ever turn my back on my children, but they have to learn. They have to learn to live on their own. I did it. I did it with some help with my mom once in a while, and like, I don't care if they need my help once in a while, but to know, like, you got to do it on your own. You got to learn what life is all about. Like, I can't carry you when I can barely carry myself. So this seems to be like a little bit of a rant about my life. But it's hard. It's hard to do it all and have respect from your children and respect from everybody around you. And then when I lost my job, that was devastating to me because that was my life for 17 years. 17 years in one job position, and then all of a sudden they tell you can't do it anymore. And really, now he's gonna weed whack? Really? I have no luck. I'm just gonna have to replay this and see if it's even gonna matter what he's doing out there. But 17 years in a job, and for them to pull it away from you is hard. Very hard. Being in an abusive relationship. Anybody out there, if you are in one, don't put up with it. You are better than that. You are better than somebody belittling you every day and making you feel like you're 2 feet high. I know it's a scary world out there. I know a lot of women don't want to leave because they're scared to make it on their own, but you know what? You are stronger than what you think, and you can do it on your own, and you can stand up for yourself. It's just making me want to cry right now thinking about it. But I do not regret my decision that I made 27 years ago. No, that was when I got married. I do regret that decision. 27 years ago. Oh, what was I thinking? Crazy teenage love. That's what I was thinking. Crazy teenager that didn't have a care in the world. Wanted to get away from my, I guess you could say my parents were a little bit controlling, my mother. But that's just because of our culture. That's how they grew up. And they expected us to be like them. Did I love my parents? I love my parents dearly, and I wish they were here every single day. I feel that they were taken away from me way too soon. But there's nothing much I can do about that. It was God's plan. And you gotta go by what God says. Well, if you believe in God, which I do. Believe in God. So remember how I said my sister was moving, blah, blah, blah. She said she was moving in here. Yeah, I haven't seen her once yet. I'm pretty sure she is living with her boyfriend. So, yeah. I haven't seen her one day. I don't know why she would say it. Like, my sister's weird that way. She'll say stuff, but she doesn't even, it's not even true. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But as far as I know, she is not living here. So, which suits me just fine because eventually we'd probably end up killing each other. I say that laughing because I would never kill my sister. I love my sister. It's just sometimes we get on each other's nerves just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then my oldest sister thinks she's my mother. And she's not my mother. Because I'm 43. No, not 43. Oh, I wish I was 43. Yep, I'm 43. No, I'm 45. I always seem to think that I'm still 43. I can stay 43 for a few years. That would be okay. That would be fine with me. I have a very low, I don't like my voice. Someone said I had a calming voice. I don't think I do. I heard the lady from the Pink Raspberry says she watched my WIP&Chat and I put her to sleep. Oh, I hope I don't put everybody to sleep. Nobody will watch my channel because I put everybody to sleep. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit crazy today because I think I'm lacking sleep. I'm lacking sleep a little bit. Not sleeping very well. Oh, I got so much pain in my shoulder. Oh, so at work, because I got off the topic because, you know, I'm scatterbrain. I should just call my video Scatterbrain Liz. That maybe should be my new YouTube name, Scatterbrain Liz, because Liz is all over the place. So, oh, my shoulder really hurts from work because You remember when I said I never have to close a box again? Yeah, well, this week I've had to close some boxes. And it was hurting my shoulder because they have to put on this turbo belt that the boxes go up. And like if one little mistake happens, you're messed up, and then the box keeps on wanting to go and the belt is slowing down. And it's a hot mess, people. It's a hot mess. So my shoulder hurts a little bit from that. But yesterday I had to go in, we cleaned the line, and then 9 o'clock we ended up going to the Portuguese club because my work put on a Goodwillness Day, which basically is about health, goodwill, like goodwill working habits, like workplace injury. They had a whole bunch of vendors there. We're giving away free stuff. I got, we own Del Monte. Bonwell owns Del Monte now. So I got a lot of canned fruits, which my daughter just loves. She was so excited when I brought home that, because I got like 3 containers full. And Alyssa was so excited when I came home with that yesterday. Because they're pretty expensive in the store. I think it's like $3 for one of them. I got the plastic ones, you know, that were full of like peaches or fruit cocktail or pears. And they come in these like plastic containers. And I'm pretty sure the cheapest place we can get them in town is at Walmart for $3 a container. So I grabbed like 3 of them, and then I got like, I don't have the bag here beside me, but I got like a stress ball, and it says Bondwell on it. And they had these vendors around, and one of them was for a chiropractor. So he had like this demonstration there where you stand on 2 scales, and then he has like these 2 measuring sticks up like this, and then they have ropes along it. So you stand on these 2 scales because it's kind of like measuring where your weight is distributed around your body, and then the strings, I think he does it so he lines up how your body's standing, like where your neck is, where your shoulders are, and where your hips are. And then he's like, boy, you have a lot of weight on your left side of your body. Like you carry all your weight on your left side of the body. And then he noticed, and he asked me if I had a bad back. And I said, well, yes, I have 3 bulging discs on the bottom of my back. He's like, do you have deteriorating discs? And I'm like, I can't remember what they said to me when I went. So I'm not 100% sure. I should go for another x-ray. There is something definitely wrong with my neck and my shoulder, because they're hurting something terribly lately, to the point where I've been stopping diamond painting off and on just because I can't handle it anymore, because my neck and shoulder are hurting so bad. But anyways, he's like, boy, your back is bad. And he's like, here's a coupon to come see me. And I'm like, oh, you know you're bad when you get a coupon for money off to go see the chiropractor. So yeah, that I thought was kind of funny. Well, I ended up winning a pillow from them, actually, which is ironic, because like when I was in a car accident, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was seeing a chiropractor actually from the accident for my whiplash. And they gave me, because like my insurance company paid for all of my physio, and they gave me a water pillow. Have you guys ever had a water pillow? Oh my God, they're the best. Well, anyways, I have one. So I ended up winning another one. So now I got a matching set, which is like a bonus, because I love my water pillow. It makes my neck feel so much better. But yeah, so I got a new one. I got a put the water in it and stuff. I haven't done any of that yet. But I thought it was funny when he said that. And then there was hypnotist there, and that was pretty fun. His presentation was really cool. He actually hypnotized some co-workers of mine, and it was pretty good. Like, he didn't make them do like too much, like not anything embarrassing, but it was pretty cool. And then he did like some demonstrations with all of us in the audience, and there was one where he told us to put our hands like this and then have these two apart, and then when he was talking, he's like, your fingers are becoming magnets, and they're slowly going in and in, and my fingers were actually doing it. I was quite amazed by it. But it was funny, the things he did to everybody. It was pretty funny. So that was a good time. But there was one speech, oh my God. I think everybody was almost falling asleep, to the poor lady from the US that was talking about the outbreak of the recall in the plant in the US. And I was almost falling asleep during her talk. She was just like making us all sleepy. She was actually one of the ones that went up for the hypnotizing. So maybe she could be a hypnotizer, because her speech was putting us all to sleep. Yeah. And it was long. I'm like, when is this lady going to end the speech already? But yeah. It was a pretty good day. There was one lady that I work with. She wasn't there, but they told her story of a accident that happened at work, where her daughter's husband got killed at work due to an unsafe work environment. So that story almost made me cry. It was pretty touching. And you don't never do shortcuts at work, because you never know what could happen. Just one little mistake could cost you your life. And every employee should give proper training to all their employees, because your life is a lot more valuable than a paycheck, I think anyway. I would never do anything that I thought was unsafe. But in his aspect too, though, they trained him that way. So if you train someone the wrong way, they're not going to think anything different. They're going to think that it's the proper way, right? When you train someone, you expect them to think that it is the right way. So, never take shortcuts at work. Always follow the rules. And your life will be so much better in the long run. Because companies don't care. Companies don't care about you. You're a number. You're just a number, and you are a number to put in their I'm talking more, okay, because I've always worked in factory settings. So when I talk about work and stuff, I'm not talking about retail sales or anything like that. I'm talking about manufacturing, because that's what I know most, and that's my strong suit, is manufacturing. I worked for the pharmaceutical company for 17 years. Yep, I worked for Big Pharma. Can you believe that? I did. And they're the cheapest SOBs around, but they're the ones that make the most profit out of all of us. And my dogs are snoring because I'm mad at them. They're actually in their kennel right now because they're in trouble. Because I caught them in the front of the house So where I live on a dead end, and at the end there's a field, and at the other end of the field there's houses. Well, when Gigi takes off and gets to the front, he seems to find a need to go to that house. I don't know what they have outside that he finds so appealing. And it's close to the main road on the other street, on the main street. Because I live on a dead end, so the next street over is like a main busy street. And I'm always scared he's going to go over there and get hit. And does he listen? No. Lola doesn't go far. She never goes, but it's Gigi that wanders off. You think from a dog that ran away for a week and then I finally found him after a week, which I thought I was never going to find him again. I thought he was totally lost forever. You would think he wouldn't wander off. He would learn from his mistakes. But I think that dogs don't have a mind expand big enough to remember that he went missing for all that time. See, I am the worst person to lay down gems. I'm going to put it out there. I am the worst. Because before the stars, I know I was doing the number symbol, the and symbol, I mean. And here are some and symbols. And here are some and symbols. See? Pardon my French, suck. Yep. I'm constantly missing. See, maybe I do need all those that thing that holds all the boats. I just don't have room for that. Like I see everybody with them and I think, oh, I could use one of those. But then I'm thinking, well, I don't really got room for all that in my workspace right now. So yeah. Because I always forget. Always forget. Let's try this again. Where is the and symbol? There it is. Oops, see it? I forgot to shake it. See how I said there's ones over there? See? And then they fall out. They fall out of the tray. So good Windless Day was good, but the worst part was after we were done at the Portuguese Club for, I think it was from 9 till 3:30. I had to go back to work, change out of my nice clothes, and put on my work clothes and work until 6 o'clock. That kind of a little bit that we had to do that. But oh my gosh, it looks so much different in there. I hope this makes all our lives easier in that department. Just the thought of I never stacked, but just the fact that none of the stackers ever have to stack again. And I'm sure that we will once in a while because no machine is perfect. And I'm sure those machines are going to eventually mess up once in a while. And we're going to have to hand stack. But as it stands right now, if these machines work the way they do and not have to stack anymore, and line 7, I don't ever have to close a box again. It's gonna be so glorious. So glorious. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. But I'm gonna have to pause the video for a brief second, which will not seem anything for you guys. But it is to me because I have to go to the washroom. Because I've been talking for not that long, but I did have some interruptions with phone calls and everything. So I have to go use the women's room. And then have a vape and a drink because I don't want to do it on video. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I feel a lot better now that I went to the potty. And I went and took my pills. So I'm okay. Don't worry. Not going to go into diabetic shock. Not today. I'm not a type 1 diabetic. I'm a type 2 diabetic. Which means I take pills. And I take 6 a day. Not all the same kind of pills. I have 3 different types of diabetic medication I'm on right now. And they seem to be doing the trick. They seem to be keeping my levels under control, which is making me feel a lot better. So that's good. I should try to lose more weight to see if I don't have to take as many of these pills anymore. But yeah, that's where that stands. Oh, and I don't think I told anybody what I'm working on now, because I finished Elizabeth and now I'm on to this girl. You can see her in the picture. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Focus. Focus, little girl. Focus. I think she's so pretty. I think she's gonna turn out good. Even though, to me right now, it just seems like a lot of blobs. But it looks better on camera than it does on an actual vision, like looking at it close up. See, and there. Oh, and I changed my color while I was off camera. So now I'm doing the H's, which are 30, 24. 30, 24. There's a lot of grays and pastel colors in this peach, which I find kind of pretty. I've never done a piece like this yet. So I'm liking it. I'm digging it, people. So I don't know what I'm going to do for next week. Maybe kit down, kit up. Because that's all I really have right now. I don't have any new projects, only the old ones that I have out there. I do have one more DMC in my queue. DAC, Diamond Art Club, in my queue, which is Mama Knows Best, or Mama Knows, which one you guys ever want to call it. But I don't know if I'm ready yet to do it. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. I know I've had some WIP&Chats. My last kit up didn't get very many views. So, I don't know. Is it even worth me doing? I don't know. And I don't know, maybe should I do something different next one? Because this one's a pink raspberry. The customer's a pink raspberry. I do have 2 hooligans. And then I have that Mama Knows Best. And I have 2 other paintings that are probably not YouTube friendly. Well, one of them is okay. One of them can be YouTube friendly and the other one not so much. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this painting, but I ordered it. And it's very X-rated. Yeah. So that's the cougar in me coming out. I thought that was funny. You guys may not think it's funny, but I think it's funny. Oh my gosh. I think I'm on lack of sleep time. Sleepy time. Lizzie needs sleepy time. And I want to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, if I go to this cookie party, I'm going to miss the car show tonight. There's a car show. So for this festival, they shut down the main street. And it fills up with classic cars. And they have classic cars. They have food venues everywhere. They have a stage. They have a band playing. They have like the fire department out there cooking food to raise money. They have, everybody under the sun. Everybody under the sun comes out for the good old town turkey fest. I love this town. Maybe I'm biased because I've lived here all my life. But I do love the town I live in. It's a nice town. I don't even care if anybody knows where I live. Strathroy's a big place. Don't kid yourself. You'd never find me. It's pretty big. It's not like a little town of 500 people. It's a big town. That apparently we're getting a Starbucks now. I don't see the need for a Starbucks in Strathroy, but I guess they seem to think we do. And a Popeyes fish, not Popeyes fish, chicken. Popeye, Louisiana, I think it's called, or something. My daughter Alyssa's not too keen on it. She says the chicken's too hard, crispy. But maybe it was just the kind that we got that day when we were in London. But yeah, apparently they're coming to town. And a KFC. I don't know why we need 2 chicken places. Plus we have a Swiss Chalet. Oh, I don't think they have Swiss Chalet in the States or anywhere else. I think Swiss Chalet is a Canadian company. I love Swiss Chalet, but I don't like Swiss Chalet Strathroy. Why don't I like Swiss Chalet Strathroy? Because it's more like, in London, it's restaurants where you go in, you have a waitress, you order, you get your meal. Here in Strathroy, it's like takeout because it's combined with Harvey's. So it's like takeout, and I don't like it as much. But their chicken sauce, note, instead of dipping your chicken in it, pour it over your fries like gravy. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. And I wouldn't lie to you guys. It is. It's amazing. Because, one time, this is a funny story. So one time I went to Michigan. One time at band camp. No, one time I went to Michigan, and in Canada, when you go to Burger King or McDonald's, you can get a poutine. I don't know if everybody knows what a poutine is, but it's fries with gravy with cheese turds on it. Curds or turds, or I call them turds, but it's probably curds. I don't know. But anyway, when I went to Burger King in the States, I asked for a poutine. Oh, do you have a poutine? And the guy's just looking at me like I've lost my marbles. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not in Canada. Never mind. Like, people, a lot of places in the States don't have gravy. What the heck? Gravy and fries. Everywhere should have gravy and fries. Not everywhere does. It blows my mind. I love gravy and fries, especially when I'm eating out and I order fries. It's gotta have gravy, or it's gotta be a poutine. Yep. Or a poutine pulled pork. Oh my gosh, that's delicious too. They have that in a couple of restaurants in town, and it's delicioso. Yep. But I probably rambled on for enough to make at least a 45-minute video. Maybe longer. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed my craziness, and just remember, that there's an ambulance going on outside. No, just remember that if you are in a relationship that is mentally and physically abused, just remember you're not the only one out there, and there's places for you to get help and get out of the situation, because you deserve better. You don't need to live that way, and you can make it on your own. I am living proof that you can make it on your own. And I love everybody, and I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time, hopefully next week. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickled pink. And remember, a little dab will do you, because that's an inside joke, and I told it on my first video. So if you ever want to know why I say double dab and a little dab will do you, watch the first video in my page or my YouTube. I think I'm just so tired. I need to go to bed. But I love everybody. Take care, and remember, make sure you live life the way you want to live it. Bye, everybody.